Good morning, everyone. I hope you guys are having a fabulous Tuesday. I was asked if I can make a mini how-to on how to press the pressing pillow, or how to make my pressing board for your heat press. Today is one of those days that I'm going to thank God for my mic because, as you can tell, I'm still suffering from laryngitis. So in the description, it does tell you what you will need for this project. I'm going to flip the camera over just so that you can see me. We're going to talk about the board. Just a quick mini how-to. Let's get to it. Okay, what you're going to need is an MDF board. Now, your MDF board you can get at the Home Depot, you can get at the Lowe's, you really can get it anywhere. I just so happen to use, you're going to go, Nikki, yours is brown. You're right, because I had an extra shelf that was in one of my shelving units that has the MDF board. Now, I've been using my board now for about almost 5 years. It's the same board. I haven't had to switch it out. Many people ask me that question, is how many times can you use the board before it starts to warp, it starts to do different things. So you're going to need the MDF for that one. You're also going to need Teflon. It's the Teflon sheets that we put on our heat press. Well, if you look in the description, you will also find the link to it by the roll. You can never have enough Teflon sheeting. What you can use this for is also for pressing pillows and your board. You're going to need some packing tape. I used packing tape and staples. So the board that I got was a 2x4 board. Okay, it's 2 foot by 4 foot. I cut off the one end of that 2x4 foot board because I needed to make a smaller board, which is still currently in my luggage. That was about 16 by 24. This guy measures about 30 by 40-ish. No, I'm sorry, 24 by 30. 24 by 30. Anyway, so that's how I did that. I cut that down. Now, what I do is I wrapped the Teflon around. I stapled it to the board. All right. And then what I did and I used heavy duty staples. I took tape, packing tape, and I covered up the staples just so that nothing would snag, or if the staples let loose, it just added some protection. As you can see, I need to add another piece of tape. Let's see if I can find my tape to that, because as you slide your board, it will come loose. So you just literally tape it down so it's flat. Now I have my little guy over here. He's the 15 by 15. What this allows for, by me stapling it and taping it, it allows for me to be able to slide with ease. This is the board that I use to do my baby blankets. Yes, my baby blankets will hang over because my baby blankets are slightly larger than this board, but it helps for pressing and double pressing larger items. And because when I press my baby blankets, I do them in the 13 by 19, it makes just things a little bit easier. Really simple, easy, nothing crazy when making your board. Now you can decide how big you want that board to be. You can take your 2 foot by 4 foot board and cut it however you want. You can find them in the Home Depot section, and that's where I purchased mine, down in the lumber yard, and they're all sitting straight on its end, right up on its side. So that's what you can use. I do use MDF. That's why I also have to cover it with a Teflon, because it's an MDF board. Now, people are going to ask, does the heat bother it? It does not. I have yet to have a problem doing it. But again, if anything were to come off of that board, that MDF, and it is a 1/2 inch thick, right? This is a 1/2 inch thick, I believe, board. Let me just double check that because, brain fog at the moment from traveling. Yes, it is a 1/2 inch board. So it's a 1/2 inch thick by 2 foot by 4 foot. All right. You cut it down however you so choose, cover it with your Teflon sheeting, and now you have a pressing board. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all later on the flip side.